sooner or later the rain is going to stop. And when it does, we at Explore Tulsa are going to be ready to party. So we start the show with a little party favor.
Then the family business.
Followed by adventure among sunny skies.
Plus outdoor fun.
Hi, I'm Stevie Fernandez.
And I'm Trish Whitmer. It's so wonderful to have you with us again for this week's Explore Tulsa. Stevie, has all the rain in May given you cabin fever?
Oh my gosh, yes. I'm so ready to get outside and be totally outrageously silly.
You mean goofier than you are now?
Absolutely.
Then maybe you need to throw a party and include Jacob and his crew at Tulsa Flipbooks as part of the entertainment.
We've worked in the industry as the wedding industry and the party planning industry for years now, and we kind of recognized the need where when we traveled to some of the bigger cities like Dallas or Kansas City, we couldn't find the same things we could find there here in Tulsa. So there was nobody doing flipbook booths in Tulsa like there were at some of the big cities. We've always had very outgoing, fun personalities. We love the party event industry, and so we wanted to be able to bring that to Tulsa because we felt Tulsa deserved something like this too. Well, there's no doubt, people are there to party. They want to have the party of the century. And so whether it's a wedding or even a corporate event or school parties, proms, people come with that mindset that they want to have fun, but then also people love being able to capture the moments of them having fun and share them with others. With the flipbook booth, you're actually able to walk away with a physical item that reminds you of just how fun that event was, that's customized to that event, and it's like a full scene that's coming to life. So, as far as the technology goes, it's kind of going back to how we used to make cartoons. I mean, you've probably seen videos of Walt Disney, when he's drawing Mickey Mouse. In order for it to work, you got to draw it hundreds of times and flip through it, and it looks like Mickey's running. That's how the flipbook works. You take 7 seconds of video, turns it into 60 individual photos, flip through them, and then that scene just comes to life. I think that Tulsa has been wanting something like this that's kind of more unique and brand new, really exciting for them. So all the events that we've done, we've worked with some large companies. Their attendees and their guests have just loved it. And that's where most of our business comes from, actually, is people that are at the events that say, hey, can you actually come and do this one in a few months? They just think it's fun because each guest walks away with their own booklet, and it just creates a fun atmosphere at the event. Each event that Tulsa Flipbooks goes to, we bring in and provide 2 flipbook gurus, as we call them, that go, and one, their job is to print out all the flipbooks, cut them up, staple them, and give them to the individual people. And the other person's job is just to make sure that the energy at your event is super high. So we're telling people what skits would work best and making sure everything runs smoothly. There's no end to people's creativity for these skits, that's for sure. I've seen one that's really funny where we had 2 guys that they started off the camera, they started backing up into each other, they bumped into each other, looked at each other like they were mad, pushed, ended up giving a high five and hugging. And so you can see that whole skit unfold, and you can do hilarious skits with couples, where the guy sees the girl, he's never met her, goes up, steals a kiss, she slaps him, and then she kisses him back. There's just no end to the creativity of these skits. Well, one that's hilarious is one of the things people love about Tulsa Flipbooks is that you can fit a ton of people into the booth. So I think one of the go-to skits that people love is having like a line of people where nobody's on the screen at first, and then they come through one at a time with different props and costumes, because we provide a ton of customized props. And so that way you've got this group of people either doing like the Congo line or dancing or doing something, but then you can flip through it and see each person as they're walking across the screen. They think it's hilarious, they think it's amazing, and they start busting up laughing, because think of when you take a photo and you're always looking for yourself and your friends making funny faces, and it's hilarious. But then if you're able to actually flip through it and see the entire skit over and over again, they love it. And they generally turn right around, go back in the party and show 10 people, and then they get back in line. So it creates a contagious energy at the event.
Tulsa Flipbooks is so much fun. Striking funny poses, and nobody's stopping you.
Sounds like a dream come true for you, Stevie. If you want to make your event really special, visit TulsaFlipBooks.com to book Caleb and his team for your next party.
Tulsa Flipbooks would be great for company events too.
Oh, like a big 40th anniversary party?
Yeah, that would be the party the Southwards are planning for their big anniversary at Cleveland Petroleum.
Sounds like a good reason for us to head out to Cleveland, Oklahoma and learn a little bit about the propane industry when we return with more Explore Tulsa.
Hello, I'm John Erling with Voices of Oklahoma. Our great state has been home to countless individuals whose place in history has been earned through each of their many accomplishments. Voices of Oklahoma's mission is to preserve their story in an oral history presentation like none other. Accounts direct from famous Oklahomans, political figures, and many others who have left their indelible mark on the development, history, and future of Oklahoma. So please, treat yourself by listening to those who are the voices of Oklahoma.
Hi, I'm Rob Lowe, and I have DirecTV.
And I'm super creepy Rob Lowe, and I have cable.
With DirecTV, you get 99% signal reliability. Now that's reliable.
My cable's out, so I'm down at the rec center watching folks swim.
I love that I can watch my shows and be worry-free.
And I love the smell of other people's hair.
Don't be like this me.
Get your DirecTV upgrade and custom installation today from Video Revolution, your official Tulsa area DirecTV connection.
Hi again. It's good to see you back with us for more Explore Tulsa. Stevie, what are you looking at?
Alternative fuel cars. I want something that might help me, with the gas prices.
Have you ever thought about your car running on propane?
The only thing I know about propane I learned from Hank Hill.
Over 190,000 U.S. vehicles, including many of the UPS fleet in Oklahoma, all run on propane.
Does that mean that you could also use your car to grill your steaks?
I don't know about that, but the people to ask would have to be the Southward family at Cleveland Petroleum.
Well, we started the business in 1975. I worked for a man after I got out of the Air Force, a good friend of mine who had a bulk distributorship down in Drumright. And he made an offer to me that I really couldn't refuse, to come and be a part of a business that he was buying here in Cleveland. It was a one-truck propane operation, and so I came here to manage that, and he and I were in partnership together to start with.
We were thrilled for this new opportunity, and we were young and full of energy and excitement to meet these new demands.
This has always been a family business from the beginning. When we moved here, our oldest daughter was 6 months old, and so my wife kept the books down at the station, and I helped deliver and took care of the people on the drive, and our 6-month-old daughter was in a playpen next to the desk. So it's always been a family business and continues to be. And over the years, we did everything by hand at that time. No computers, no cell phones. We had an adding machine, we called them at the time, and a manual typewriter. Everything was done by hand. Every transaction was posted by hand, and so she started out doing that. Over the years, she's dedicated most of her time to rearing our family, but she's been there as I have worked late hours, get called out at night, or done whatever's necessary to make the business work.
He was fulfilling so many different responsibilities, and many a winter night he would receive a phone call during the night that someone was out of propane, and so he of course would get up and go make that delivery and not come in until the wee hours of the morning. And of course he had to be back up bright and early the next morning to be at work.
My father, he was always working very, very hard, and then when he was home, he knew how to relax. And something special always happened when he came home. No matter what the day, no matter what went on, we always knew Dad was going to come home and be ready to play with the kids and be a part of our lives.
So I remember before I ever even married into the family, it was interesting to me that he owned his own business, and he had the time to work really hard at work, but also to do the things that he loved outside of work, which is family and church.
We were very dedicated to our church and church service, and when we're asked to do things, we try to do our best at that. And so I was asked to serve there for 3 years in Oklahoma City. And so when we left here, I told the boys to take care of the businesses, and we'd be back someday, and they did a great job.
One of the very first things I ever did with Mike was to go set a tank. I didn't know what set a tank even meant. It means, installing a new customer. And it was hot also that day, and we got back it took about an hour, and we did a lot of work to set it, and Mike got back in the truck and was so excited. He said, "Wasn't that great? We got another customer." And I remember that time I thought to myself, he's been doing this for years, and he was still excited about getting a new customer.
So we're seeing a huge shift and interest in propane. We're seeing commercial mowing fleets, we're seeing vehicle fleets, all these things running on propane. The reason why we've seen so much interest in the industry right now, lower emissions, American jobs, an abundant supply, especially here in Oklahoma, and it's very affordable at this point in time.
Oh, it's great. It's been an alternative energy for longer than the term alternative energy has been around. You know, there's been farmers that have been using propane in their tractors in the 20s and 30s. And, you know, I kind of chuckle when I see all these new forms of energy come out that people are all excited about, and we have propane right in front of our face the whole time, and the infrastructure's there, and yet it's not being taken advantage of by consumers. And it's such an economical alternative to everything else that's out there that's new and untested.
Whatever business you're in, you have to determine what will make it work. And for us, it was a satisfied customer will make you a lot of other customers. And so we try to take care of our customers. Our philosophy in business is that if we don't take care of our customers, someone else will.
So we cover the whole state of Oklahoma. We were actually asked just a year ago, we had 5 minutes to pitch to UPS of why we felt like we could handle the UPS account here in Oklahoma. They decided they wanted to convert part of their fleet in 15 locations of the state to propane. It's been an amazing experiment for them. I think we have to be on the cutting edge and being also diverse as we go forward in the future as a company. We have to look for those opportunities. As we do have gasoline, diesel, oils, lubes, and also propane, we take a step back and say, where can we focus our efforts in being prepared for the future?
To have been in business 40 years, I'm very grateful. We know that we could not have done it on our own. We have great faith and a lot of prayer that has gotten us through these 40 years, particularly during the difficult times. But we've always been thankful during the good times also. So I'm just so grateful really for the blessings that we've received of being in business for that length of time.
It's so very impressive that not only is Cleveland Petroleum celebrating 40 years of business, but they're also supplying UPS with propane throughout the state of Oklahoma.
To learn more about Cleveland Petroleum, visit maltzbergerpropane.com.
You know, all the rain that we've had in May has me wanting to get outside in a big way.
Really? Then I have just the thing for you. It's gonna have you really enjoying all you can of the blue skies ahead.
Great, sounds perfect. Let's make it happen.
Good, because our next Explore Tulsa adventure takes us outdoors to Skydive Tulsa.
I didn't say anything about jumping out of a plane.
Oh, no problem. We'll just push you out when we come back with more Explore Tulsa.
Stevie from Explore Tulsa with my friend and optometrist for many years, Dr. Robert Zeller. Tell everybody why it's so good to come in to see you.
Well, that's a great question. Let's see, we've got two great locations. We try to stay cutting edge at every point along the way because let's face it, everybody wants to come in and get taken care of in a timely fashion and get the latest, greatest stuff and save some money and get on with their life and see clearly.
And if you don't believe it, look on the website.
Absolutely, drzeller.com. You can find that we have our two locations at 69th and Memorial and 3030 South Harvard, or you can give us a call at 749-2020 or 461-2020.
And I got 4 kids, and I gotta tell you, as a big family like that, it's affordable too.
Oh yes, and of course, the number one reason, you save some money. I mean, with our 2-pair specials, with our different unique packages that we put together, I mean, you can come in here and your money can go a lot farther than anywhere else.
And that's why with Dr. Robert Zeller and Associates, seeing is believing.
Oh, I like that, Stevie. Well done.
Hi, I'm Anna Rutherford, and I'm a professional artist, and you're watching Explore Tulsa.
If you're like me, you can hardly wait for the first official day of summer fun with Explore Tulsa.
June 21st will be here before you know it, and plenty of things happen in June. Like this week, we celebrate Hug Your Cat Day.
Which reminds me, Trish, do you know why cats don't play poker in the jungle?
No, why?
Too many cheetahs?
It's bad jokes like that make it so easy for me to send you on assignments like jumping out of airplanes.
Nobody said I was jumping out of an airplane.
Oh, don't worry. Skydiving is one of the safest sports around. And when you work with the pros like Dale and the guys at Skydive Tulsa, you're in very safe hands.
1985, The Tulsa police officer and I were friends and decided to see what it was about and went and did one. I went from the most terrified I was to the happiest I've ever been in about a 3-second period. There's a local drop zone that had trouble getting pilots, and one of the guys knew I had flown a lot as a kid and asked me to come out, and I'd spent some time packing military drag chutes. So it was a pretty natural evolution to go ahead and start packing and rigging parachutes. One day the owner came in a little less than happy and said, "That's it, I'm selling this place." And I was foolish enough to ask how much and had that much in my checking account, and that was 19 years ago.
This is the first time I've ever went skydiving. Wanted to for a long time, just couldn't because I had kids to raise. When my son wanted to go for his birthday, I said, only if I get to go too.
I used to be in Civil Air Patrol, and we used to watch the air show, and we seen him jump out of the planes all the time, and I always wanted to.
About 1979, I entered the U.S. Army and went to airborne school. That's where I got my first taste of it. And then started in '80, started sport parachuting at one of the clubs there at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. And then in '86, I actually became one of the members of the U.S. Army parachute team, the Golden Knights. Ended up becoming the team leader for the Gold demonstration team. The Golden Knights were the representatives for the Army, the ambassadors for Army, like the Thunderbirds or Blue Angels. We traveled around to air shows, different sporting events, anywhere we could drop into to get the word out about the U.S. Army.
The training, it was short, but it was very informative. They went over everything, how you're going to get in the plane, out of the plane, what's going to happen. They were very informative of everything that's going to go on before and after to make it everything a safe trip.
We're learning how to safely enter and exit the aircraft, any emergency procedures that we may have. Then we're going to learn to connect our equipment together on a tandem system. You're hooked to the front of an experienced tandem master. And about 10,000 feet, you walk out the door and you both free fall down to around 5,000. You deploy your main parachute and you actually help fly the parachute back into the field. So you've got some adult supervision on your first skydive. That way it's not so overwhelming for the individual and they can enjoy the experience a little bit more. And they also get canopy flight time because they're right there helping fly the parachute back into the field.
To me, this has been kind of my give back. It's a way to actually kind of go back and experience your first jump, but being a tandem master, I can actually share that safely with you. And it's also another way that people become to enjoy the sport and go on and learn how to jump by themselves.
Getting ready to do the drop, I was fine with that. First step out is a little scary because you're getting out of an airplane that's flying safely, but after that it's good and you're ready to go and it's awesome.
I don't know, it's hard to say. It's just a great feeling. I enjoyed it.
It's one of those things, if you think you want to do it, then you need to go do it. Because after that, if you like it, you'll continue to do it. If not, you won't, but at least you've done it once in your lifetime.
Just the excitement they have, like I said, kind of brings you back to your first jump, reminds you of why you started. But giving them that experience that I've done for a long time now is the biggest thrill of it.
Sharing it with other folks, that if anybody expresses any curiosity towards it, to share it with them, and it's a lot of fun. It's something you shouldn't keep to yourself.
Wow, that was exhilarating.
Stevie, you didn't even jump.
But I was with them in spirit, Trish.
If you're not a scaredy cat like Stevie here, visit skydivetulsa.com.
I'm not scared. I'm just more in the mood to do something on the ground, that's all.
And then I have just the thing for you. Touring downtown with Tulsa Segway next when Explore Tulsa continues.
Those have airbags?
Welcome to Video Revolution's new Dolby Atmos surround theater room. This is our new theater room that features our 11-speaker array, which provides you with an immersive surround sound experience and allows you the same technology found in theaters now brought to your home. This system features a Sony ES 4K projector, which will allow you the best resolution in video on the market. This new Atmos theater system allows us a height experience added to our surround sound environment. So now we can be truly surrounded by speakers not only around us, but also above us as well. So now when producers master an audio track for a movie, they can treat sounds as objects and strategically move them around your listening position to provide you the best in experience and immersion into the movie. With this projection system in combination with the projection screen that rejects ambient lighting, we're now able to actually have more lighting in a theater room than ever before without any detriment to the picture experience. Our Atmos theater is also controlled through our RTI controls panel, which allows us to control the lighting as well as the actual scenes for the players. One keypad on the wall or a simple iPad control interface that we can design for you means no need to handle messy remotes. I can tell you about this all day, however the only way to really experience it yourself is come down and see me at Video Revolution.
It's summer blockbuster season at Video Revolution.
And everything is way bigger at Video Rev. The TVs are huge and the savings are massive.
Come in now and see the world's largest 4K curved TV with its 88-inch screen.
Save big with 4K TVs, now more than $1,000 less than ever before.
Or save mega dollars on a 65-inch Toshiba 1080p LED HD TV.
Bring the biggest stars into your home this summer.
With Video Rev's summer blockbuster of savings.
Video Revolution on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Hi, I'm Robin Porter, owner of Sweetie Pies, and you're watching Explore Tulsa.
If you're like us, looking for every opportunity to take advantage of some outdoor fun, then you'll be so glad you stuck around for more Explore Tulsa.
Downtown Tulsa is well known for its fabulous Art Deco.
And there's so much to see that you can hardly get it all in by just walking around.
That's where Amanda Harris comes in with Segway of Tulsa.
She's giving a whole new meaning to taking in the sights.
Well, when I first learned about the Segways, I ended up taking a vacation to Chicago, and we ended up riding around and taking one of their Segway tours, and it was just one of the most fun experiences that I've had. And so we came back home and we thought, you know, that was a blast, but we really didn't think anything about a business. And then we ended up going on vacation to Canyon City, Colorado. That was a really, really small town that also had a Segway tour business, so that's when we started thinking that maybe this would be something for Tulsa. So Segways work with, they have 5 gyroscopes inside and a circuit board. And all those gyroscopes are continually moving and continually adjusting depending on who's riding it. So the Segway is going to adjust differently to me versus you or versus anybody else. And that's what I think is the most awesome part about the technology, is that it's specific to whoever's on it. It reacts to whoever's on it. The best thing to compare it to is skiing. So if you've ever done water skiing or ever done snow skiing, very similar. You're shifting your weight, you're keeping your knees together, and you're just moving with it, and you're just flowing. You're just going with the flow. Oh man, who buys the Segway? We've had a gentleman from Kingfisher who does meter reading. And so he rides all over there, has the biggest route, and that's how he, that's what he does, is uses it for meter reading. We have another couple, and they actually took theirs to the beaches of Singapore, and they rode them all over Singapore. We've also worked with some local companies, that are getting them for their maintenance departments or maybe for their leads on any projects. Because if you think about it, on a construction site, it's probably the best example. The gathering place, there's a good mile, that those guys are going back and forth. If you could use one of these right up there, you're there in a few minutes, come back and you're plugging it in. These cost 10 cents to charge. If you run that battery all the way down and then you plug it in, it's 10 cents to get it all the way back up. So you're talking about efficiency, you're talking about lower carbon footprints, and just green technology. Tours are really cool. What we do is we start here. We have an awesome park across the street, the Chapman Centennial Park. And what we'll do is we'll get everybody, we'll assign them their Segways, and we'll walk the Segways over to that park. At that point, we just kind of do a one-on-one training and really explain how the Segway moves. So for our Tulsa tour, we go all the way down to One Oak, we go to Guthrie Green, we go to the BOK with a beautiful view of the Brady Theater, going over the Boulder Bridge. And we just really hit the Blue Dome District and really just kind of want to show off Tulsa and show all the things that has happened downtown. I mean, we've really grown, and this is the perfect vehicle to get around and see all that. So far we've had all ages. Our minimum age is 12 years old. Anyone younger than that, we would have them just ride in the park, so a secure area. But we have people all the way up to, I mean, I had my granddad on it and he's almost 90 years old, you know. So I mean, anybody, if you can walk, if you can balance, then you can ride a Segway. They are a balancing machine. So if you do have any foot problems or you do have any balancing problems, I would strongly suggest not riding one or owning one. I think the whole city is really set up for the Segways. A few years ago they came through and they made all of the sidewalks ADA accessible. You know, so that enables us to get all over town without any issues. I just think that Tulsa's been waiting for it.
Man, did you see me tooling around on that thing? I was actually kind of feeling a little like a superhero.
Yeah, Paul Blart, I'm sure they can use you in Mall Cop 3. The tour Amanda has put together is really a lot of fun, so be sure and visit TulsaSegway.com to schedule one for yourself.
Do you really think that I could get a part in Mall Cop 3?
Stick around, there's more Explore Tulsa just ahead.
At Video Revolution, our home entertainment experts have been designing custom home theater solutions for both in and outdoor use for over 30 years. From flat panel LED TVs to 4K projector systems, the top name brands are here at Video Revolution. That same electronic expertise we also apply to our business communications network, from boardroom automation to video wall presentations. Video Revolution, Tulsa's headquarters for the best selection and installation of cutting-edge technology.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zeller here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get one pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99 or my two-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zeller and Associates.
Be sure and join us next week when we learn all about red dirt flyboarding at Keystone Lake.
Special thanks to Caleb Taylor and his crew at Tulsa Flipbooks.
Well, thanks too to Mike Southward and his family at Cleveland Petroleum. Congratulations and happy 40th anniversary. And thanks too to Dale Settle for taking us high above the clouds at Skydive Tulsa.
And to Amanda Harris for introducing us to Tulsa in a brand new way with Tulsa Segway.
Remember, if you miss any of the show, you can always catch us at ExploreTulsa.com.
As always, each week we feature the people, places, and attractions that make us proud to call Tulsa our home.
Hey, don't forget to like us on Facebook. Share with us someone you think Tulsa should know more about.
Plus, remember, Explore Tulsa is brought to you by Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Stop by, say hello to Ron and all the guys for your home entertainment needs.
And Explore Tulsa is also proudly brought to you by Dr. Robert Zeller and Associates.
Home of the two-pair for $129 deal with 2 locations, 3030 South Harvard and 69th and Memorial.
Well, that's all the time we have for you on this week's show, but we'll see you next week right here on Explore Tulsa.